First up, the Manipur government has sanctioned over 5 crore rupees, aiming to provide financial assistance of 1,000 rupees each to the internally displaced people, that's the IDPs, in various parts of the state. According to the official notification, the amount will also cover the cost of providing items of daily need to the internally displaced persons. Taking to social media, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh stated the sanctioned sum will cover 1,000 rupees financial assistance for each of those internally displaced. The amount would be distributed before Diwali and the Ningol Chakuba festival, according to the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister also flagged off the Run for Unity marathon, like you can see on your screens, on the eve of the National Unity Day. Now, organized by the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports, the Unity Run covered a distance of around 4 kilometers. It is with pride that I flag off the Run for Unity marathon held in connection with the National Unity Day, commemorating Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's vision of a united India from my secretariat. That's what the Chief Minister of Manipur, N. Biren Singh, put out as an official statement. This run is a powerful reminder of our commitment to unity and harmony. Let every person stride today reinforce our shared bond as one nation, one people. Jai Hind, I unquote. At this point in time, 1,000 rupees each for everybody that's internally displaced, 5 crore rupees that has been sanctioned by the Manipur government, and also the Chief Minister flagging off the Unity Run commemorating Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. All right then, updates coming in from the India-China Disengagement Agreement. And China and its foreign ministry has announced that its troops and the Indian forces are disengaging in eastern Ladakh in an quote-unquote orderly manner. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Lin Jian stated that both militaries are implementing resolutions regarding disengagement along the line of actual control. And of course, during a media briefing, Jian Lin confirmed that the Chinese and Indian frontier troops are following the agreed upon resolutions, but did not provide further details or a time-like manner of how this is going to be executed. This progress, however, comes after India and China reached key agreements aimed at resolving border issues, with troop disengagement commencing at the friction points in Demchok and Debsang on the 2nd of October. The relationship between the two nations had deteriorated sharply following a violent clash in the Galwan Valley back in June 2020, marking a significant military conflict. On the 21st of October this year, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri mentioned that the recent agreement was the result of extensive negotiations and would help resolve the tensions stemming from 2020. Furthermore, during a bilateral meeting on the 23rd of October at the BRICS Summit in Kazan, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping endorsed the agreement on patrolling and disengagement along the LAC. Well, from one diplomatic standoff to the other. Amid the already ongoing diplomatic standoff and dispute with India, Canada's opposition leader Pierre Poilievre has now cancelled the Diwali celebrations that were planned to be held at the Parliament Hill over there. The event, initially set to take place today and hosted by Conservative Member of Parliament Todd Doherty, was called off without an official explanation, leaving the organisers, that's the OFIC, Overseas Friends of India Canada, and the attendees certainly disappointed. The Overseas Friends of India Canada, the organizational body for the Diwali event, voiced their frustration over the lack of communication surrounding this sudden cancellation. OFIC President Shiv Bhaskar, he penned a letter to Poilievre expressing the community's disappointment, noting that several political leaders who had previously supported the event unexpectedly pulled out this year, leading to feelings of betrayal and isolation among, of course, the Indo-Canadians. Now, tensions between India and Canada have recently escalated following allegations by Canada that Indian diplomats were involved in espionage activities targeting pro-Khalistan activists. In response, India recalled its top envoy to Canada and expelled 6 Canadian diplomats from India as well, straining these relationships further. In this letter, Bhaskar, the head of the OFIC, condemned the cancellation as an insensitive and discriminatory act, calling for an apology from Poilievre. He argued that while political disputes between the two nations are significant, they should not unfairly impact Canadians of Indian descent who have no direct ties to the Indian government. He also emphasized that this incident goes beyond a cancelled event, reflecting a broader issue of systemic discrimination within Canada. In the previous year, back in 2023, Poilievre and former Indian High Commissioner Sanjay Kumar Verma were among the prominent speakers at the Diwali celebrations that had attracted approximately 540 guests. And this year's abrupt withdrawal of support has intensified concerns within the Indo-Canadian community, with the OFIC head Bhaskar highlighting the discriminatory nature of this move. Popular actor Yash, he got into trouble over the felling of trees for his latest film shoot, Toxic. Now, Karnataka Environment Minister Ishwar Khandre alleged that hundreds of trees were illegally cut down on forest land within the Hindustan Machine Tools premises in Pina. That's the HMT forest area. Take a look at that. A map and satellite image to help you understand what was there before and after the deforestation. Looks like a complete barren land. This is what it was, and now it's completely, well, deforested. Following his visit to the site on Tuesday, the Environment Minister instructed Forest Department officials to take immediate legal action against those involved in the tree cutting. Khandre pointed to satellite images showing the extensive tree cutting on what he claims is forest land under the HMT's jurisdiction. On the other hand, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, he has directed immediate action to address ongoing confusion with the Forest Department, emphasizing the importance of state interests. He stated, "We will not tolerate any harm to the interests and development of the state." During a review meeting, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah highlighted that the Mines Department progress last year stood at 54%, while revenue collection for the current year is currently at 46% of that very target, but advised strict action against all those that are involved in the cutting down of trees. Now, this latest controversy has yet again ignited a clash between the state government and the Union Ministry of Heavy Industries, with Union Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy also accusing the state of targeting HMT for political reasons. That's Ishwar Khandre, the Environment Minister, visiting the site of the HMT forest area.
And when I visited personally to that place, and I saw many trees have been cut there, and we have seen the satellite pictures. Last year in satellite pictures, it was full of trees, very lot of trees were there. Now, totally there are no trees. It means that they have illegally cut the trees. So I have already returned to Brihad Bangalore BBMP Corporation to inquire and submit a report, and we are going to proceed against them. We will take legal action against them. They should not have cut the trees. The movie, some Kannada movie, Toxic movie is being, they are shooting there. So that is totally illegal, illogical.
All right, but in Karnataka, as Diwali nears, the Bengaluru police has issued comprehensive guidelines urging residents to use eco-friendly firecrackers, prioritizing safety and maintaining cleanliness during Diwali celebrations in the city. Bengaluru Police Commissioner announced that firecracker bursting during Deepavali will be permitted only between 8 and 10 p.m. and in accordance with the Supreme Court's directives. The Joint Task Force, led by Assistant Commissioners of Police and including officials from the Fire Department, the BBMP, BESCOM and the State Pollution Control Board, will conduct inspections to ensure safety guidelines are in fact followed. Our reporter, Mohammad Wajiullah, reports on the Diwali celebration guidelines. Listen in.
With Diwali around the corner, the government has allotted special places in grounds and parks near various parts in Bengaluru so that they can open their fireworks shops over here. And as you can see, this is one such shop that has been placed here at Matang in Shanti Nagar. This is at a ground so that if anything untowards happens, it happens and it's contained within the ground itself. So this is one shop where we are over here, and as you can see, all sorts of crackers are available here, and these are crackers that have been provided from the taking permission from the government, and these have been set up on those bases. I have one person over here who is in charge of these shops over here. सर ये जो आपके पास जो क्रैकर्स हैं यहाँ ये सब गवर्नमेंट कंप्लायंसेस सब मान के चल रहे हुए?
हाँ सर, पूरा गवर्नमेंट के थ्रू चल रहा है और ग्रीन क्रैकर्स ही हैं।
हाँ ग्रीन क्रैकर्स, तो कैसे आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं कि क्या ग्रीन है क्या नहीं
Everything
है?
is written on over here. It's green cracker.
ओके
And a scanner code also we got in this. Even you got a scanner code also.
स्कैनर कोड,
Yeah.
बिकॉज इन एडवाइजरी में भी ये
Yeah.
था कि आप टू स्कैन।
Whatever you can see, जैसा आप देखोगे उसमें स्कैनर सब मिल जाएगा आपको।
अच्छा,
हर एक पार्ट में ग्रीन क्रैकर्स लेबल आ जाएगा सर, पूरा।
और ये सब जो आप यहाँ सेटअप किए ये सब लाइसेंस थे, ये सब जगह है?
विदाउट लाइसेंस तो होगा ही नहीं ना।
हाँ
तो पहले लाइसेंस तो मिलेगा ही, टेम्पररी इसके बाद ही होगा ना, उससे तो पहले नहीं होगा।
Shifting our focus to some global developments as well, a Chinese spacecraft with a 3-person crew, its youngest ever, including the country's first female space engineer, docked after a journey of more than 6 hours. Beijing declared the launch of Shenzhou 19 a complete success as the craft docked itself at the International Space Center. The crew will use the homegrown space station as a base for 6 months to conduct experiments and carry out spacewalks as Beijing gathers experience and intelligence for its eventual mission to put someone on the moon by 2030. The 3 astronauts of China's Shenzhou 19 spaceflight mission have entered the Tiangong space station and met with another astronaut trio on Wednesday, starting a new round of in-orbit crew handover. The Shenzhou 19 mission marks the 4th crewed mission in the application and development phase of China's space station and the 33rd mission of the country's manned space program. Besides putting a space station into the orbit, the Chinese Space Agency has landed an explorer on Mars. It aims to put a person on the moon before 2030, which could make China the second nation after the United States to do so. It also plans to build a research station on the moon and has already transferred rock and soil samples from the moon in a first for any nation in, well, decades, and placed a rover on the little explored far side of the moon in a global first as well. Shenzhou 19 docks at the Chinese space station.